It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. The Rebels will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Texas A&M's offense comes onto the field first today. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And this offense comes up first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle, it's Carter. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into third and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even cool.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Texas A&M. He got a step and just dusted the field. This is why they show up for midnight yell, and they are playing like they practiced.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
He'll bring it out. It's Knox. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Rebels offense will have its first possession of the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, still looking. Kept it, moves past the marker. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Fires to the big fella. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. Back to throw, it's Reed. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. And the entire playbook is wide open on 2nd and short like this. And how about the The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Oh, he's got a chance. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds the tight end. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams
breaks into the open. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Grabbed over the middle. It's Riley. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that 1st down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on.
And that ball's free behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Ole Miss. The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. To the air on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll boot it away for the 1st time tonight. He takes it at the 45. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Bunch formation for these receivers. Got it in the middle, it's Snow. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. With the catch, it's Snow. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Hauls it in. Breaks the tackle. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
On the ground, it's Owens. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Bussey. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Aggies are rolling down the field. Off-play action on first down. He wants to go deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Now improvising. On the run, fires downfield. That's caught. It's Johnson. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pause to throw again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Really nice nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Concepcion. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Carter. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Fires downfield. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. The short hands, it's Taylor. Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives him some breathing room. 1st and 10 from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got the first down. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they wanted one.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Grabbed behind the line, it's Knox. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Rebels. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it in halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The sure hands, it's Concepcion. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Bussy. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Jukes his way for more. Drag down, Medill. The sticks for a 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it.
And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, if nothing else, a notable 1st half so far in College Station. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Reed. Floats it out in space. Pick up a 5, they'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the 2nd half if you're on defense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. That's reeled in, it's Johnson. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Rebels are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man, it's Hobb. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive changes.
3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
And a great job by this defense, knowing it's 3rd and short, understanding the situation, playing very balanced with their RPO, coming up, tackling the running back, forcing the 4th down.
He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds. The Rebels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll run this play from the pistol. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a... explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room, and couldn't find much on that return. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Norman. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allow.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Taking it the other way. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Hold and finds his man on the left. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Final minute now of the third quarter. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The option look. He'll pitch it. Creates a little room. Into the secondary on the right. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. And the Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Reed. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Rebels! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll start this drive going to the air. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. A lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Buying some time. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's what.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
The Rebels are on the move. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking for the score. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And the returner will be brought down. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. On first down from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Floating away. Lets it fly. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires to the right. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Quarterback gets past the marker. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Williams. He's loose on the right. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football, but to defend the field position with the return. This will make the offensive coordinator's life easier, taking over 1st and goal at the 1. Looking to throw. He wants it all. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take it.
And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Guys, this